Hey everyone, it's Golden Sai. How you guys doing? I just figured I would try. What the hell? Weather's crappy. I don't feel like sleeping. If no one comes on, then that's fine. If people come on, it's fine too. So let's see if anybody joins. I don't know how y'all are faring with the weather, but it sucks here. A lot of ice. Very fucking cold. Very cold. Very, very cold. So I heard like Oklahoma and Arkansas are pretty much buried in snow now. And Texas wasn't doing that great either. Louisiana possibly is getting it now and then throughout the night or whatever. But I just wanted to pop on, see if anybody's out there. I have a lot of things coming up as far as streams go. So I'd like to surprise y'all. And I will. Trust me. So let's see what's on, what's going on out there in Weatherland. Let's see the latest forecast maps, blah, blah, blah. Um, I hope everybody is staying warm and safe. It's crappy outside. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Make sure you bundle up, keep warm, and have plenty of water and supplies on hand if need be. Um, yeah, it looks pretty crappy. Let me see. Do, 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 do. Uh, oh, I guess I should put the link up in chat for StreamYard. If anybody wants to come up and talk, then feel free to come up and talk. I got a lurker going on. Hi, lurker. But I just wanted to see who was up and who might not be up. Again, not expecting much. It is late, so if you want to join, link is in the chat and find out. So we have a shitload of ice, and I don't know. I don't know if um, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I don't know if I'm going to have power tomorrow. That's what it's coming down to. Is the ice going to cut the power lines completely, or are they not? Um, the weather forecast shit. Oh, and please say a prayer. I do have a friend of mine that's in the hospital right now. And hopefully they'll be okay. But just in case, say a prayer. Ah, got 3 lurkers. Nobody can talk. I'm cool with that. You just want to sit back and relax. It's fine. But yeah, it looks like um ooh, snow totals look roughly about 18 to 24 inches in some areas. Other areas are crazy. Snow up to 18 inches. In Pennsylvania, I think it is, they're going to get about 18. New Jersey, um, different places. Let's see. Give me 1 minute, people. Yeah, it's CBS News. I don't podcasts. They tend to be too on the. Oh, by the way, this isn't going to be posted. I'm not keeping this video up. It's just something to do, pretty much. Weather. Do we want to do MSN? Weather on weather? Weather radar. Let's look at that. Let's see, for all states. So I tried to get a generator, but they were all sold out. We got weather.com. Ooh, fancy. But so they were basically all sold out. I was also trying to figure out the right one. Because I didn't know. Oh shit. Who is that?
Hi,
Hello.
Golden. Patrick Preleman.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm kind of just I couldn't sleep, so I saw you're on, and I just thought I'd no subject in particular.
I'm kind of the same way right now. No subject in particular.
You tried to buy a generator, and they
Yeah, I
didn't
tried
have
to.
any?
No, they're all sold out. Lowe's,
Wow.
Home Depot, Best Buy, all of them were all. I was trying to get the Jackery.
Yeah. Man. That
All sold out.
seems very kind of like that would never happen.
You would think, right? Because
Yeah.
we're on, like, it's expected, but
Yeah.
was I live in the South, so we don't get this type of stuff normally. And I think
Right.
there was panic buying. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I'm in
And
yeah.
I
I'm
live
in
in the
Wisconsin.
country.
Uh-huh.
You're in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think they normally stock up on that for winters here, but maybe
Okay.
you're in a place where it's not so common.
I lived in Wisconsin for a
Oh, okay.
year.
Oh, wow.
I lived, um, I don't know if you'll know the area, but I lived by Black River Falls.
Oh, is that in North Dakota?
No, it's in Wisconsin.
Oh, all right. Black River Falls. I'm not familiar with.
It's a small town I lived in called Neilsville,
Okay.
and it's kind of between Eau Claire and La Crosse.
Oh, all right. I know those two.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of Eau Claire and La Crosse.
Okay. All right.
I lived. I know the winter out there was horrible. Like it was
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah, it would be colder there than here in Madison. I moved here from Milwaukee,
Oh,
and
okay.
I I have been through La Crosse long time ago, and I know Copper Falls and Fond du Lac, and I used to go skiing, downhill skiing a lot, so I know all the different ski mountains, and
Okay.
otherwise, I hope you find a generator.
Yeah, I
But
don't think so. I think it's gonna like all the roads are
yeah,
closed now.
yeah.
I live in the country. Like
Oh,
there's
okay.
nothing close by.
Oh,
I,
yeah,
like Lowe's and Home Depot is about like 45 minutes away.
yeah.
So I can't drive on the road. So I'm just hoping that the power doesn't go out because if the power goes
Oh,
out,
yeah. I hope so.
I don't
I hope it
have
doesn't.
heat,
Yeah.
electric, or water.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of
Do
a
you
trap.
do you know any neighbors?
Yeah, I have neighbors. They're going to be, a lot of them are going to be in the same boat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
kind of,
supposed to be for 7 more days,
here
according to,
is, let me
yeah.
check. I think here it's just till Monday.
Oh, well, that's not as bad.
No.
Hmm. I have to recheck that forecast thing.
Yeah, you should because I think, I think it's up there it may be, but down south, I don't think it's going for, again, let me
Yeah.
check.
I was watching some video about Texas snow, and they usually never have like snowplow trucks, and they have to import them in from other states to clear the roads because
Oh, wow.
that's how infrequent it is for snow in Texas. It's just like every 20 years. But,
Yeah, I guess you're
but
right. It does say that it's going to be in the 30s,
oh,
high
okay,
of 30s next, but we're not getting any precipitation. Uh,
yeah. I hope it. I hope the power stays on where you are. That would just be nightmarish.
yeah, I was going to schedule to have a
Oh,
stream tonight or tomorrow, and I just didn't want to
yeah,
schedule it because I didn't know if I would have power. So I was like, okay, but I'm up late because I was
yeah,
running around. So, and
yeah,
things. So I figure, why not, pop on, see who's on, see what's going on.
yeah. I was thinking like two other people would join in, or more people. I'm not very talkative. I mean, I try to be. But, uh, I'll chat about anything, whatever you whatever comes to mind.
Mhm. How do you deal with the weather up there? Like,
It's been mild for like 2 decades. We haven't really had normal winters here for a long time. And so for me, every year was kind of like last year, I swear there was no snow and it was never cold. It was like spring all winter last year. This year we're having, this feels more like a normal winter. And at least what I grew up with, it was always s- snow all through December and really cold, and not this year, and not for really for the past 2 decades we've had mild winters in Madison and Milwaukee. um
yeah, it's like, it's abnormal here to get snow. And if we
uh-huh
do, it's usually just a light dusting.
yeah.
So, and now we're getting ice. Everything's ice.
Did
And the
you, because
infrastructure.
that's, you're not that far from here. I mean, did you have snow last year? Do you remember?
I we had a half an inch.
Was that just for a short time? Or you mean the whole winter?
Yeah, the whole winter. We had a half an inch.
Okay. I swear, we had none. It was like no snow on the ground, and it wasn't that cold. To me, it felt like global warming. But this year it's like normal. So,
Hey
and
guys,
yeah,
just a second. Guys, if you want to
sure.
join the conversation, the link is pinned. It should be pinned, but if not, I'll put it back in. I'll put it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
join in.
you guys can join in. Hi Lost. Hi Crunch. Um, yeah, we had like a half an inch last year, and that was about it. That was so everything's very like, but we had a mild summer, which was kind of
Uh-huh.
because we don't usually
Hmm.
have that. I live in the Carolinas.
Is that part of the suburb or
No,
oh,
North
now
Carolina.
you're in oh, now you're in oh man, South Carolina has it really bad right now.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we. That's what I said. We're not used to having this kind of stuff,
Right.
so
I lived
everybody
in
in panic.
Yeah, I mean for South Carolina, I've visited Kannapolis, North Carolina a bunch of summers, my friend who lives there, and it was always really nice. Like not too hot like Florida, and for summer, like North Carolina is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I love it down here. I lived in.
Yeah.
Was born and raised in Philadelphia,
Okay.
but I traveled throughout the United States. So I've lived in Wisconsin. I've lived in New Mexico, Texas,
Yeah.
Virginia, Maryland, um, New
What
Jersey.
I lived in Virginia for 3 years, right near Virginia Beach, and it was very nice. The nicest people I've ever known. Like innocently nice, very civilized people. At least where I lived. I mean, everyone I met, it's the kind of place where people just say hi to you, in a parking lot or wherever you are. Like it was so easy just to meet people and make friends. Um, so for me, Virginia was exceptional, and kind of mysterious because everywhere else I've lived, Milwaukee and North Carolina and Madison's pretty grumpy place.
Really,
Um,
I
yeah,
met
really
I
grumpy
met
and gross.
four people, four guys that were
Yeah.
driving through the town I lived in up there
Uh-huh.
from Madison, and they were actually very nice guys.
Huh.
They were very, very nice,
Yeah.
like very helpful, very nice. And I liked the people in Wisconsin. I just couldn't take the winters. The
I love Milwaukee. I loved Milwaukee. My experience there was great. But then when I came to Madison, just didn't have the magic somehow since I've been here. But yeah, it's different for everyone. I guess all the complex variables that can happen with a person. But
I agree completely.
yeah,
Uh,
it's like that. Like your chemistry, each person's chemistry fits in with certain cities, but not with others. And I think that's how it is for me anyway.
I
It's
agree with
like
that.
a esoteric tribe that you magnetize to, and each
It's like
person's is
you
slightly
vibe with
different.
the area or you don't vibe with the
Oh,
area. Hey, Lost,
I
how are you?
lost Geo.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Prelim? What's up, Sai?
You there?
Not much. What's up with you?
Does my mic
Turn on
sound
your
okay?
mic.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
your mic sounds good.
Can he hear me? I don't think he can. You hear me,
Can you
Prelim?
hear him, Golden?
I can hear him. Can you guys hear me?
Or maybe it's mine.
I think
Check.
he's experiencing what I was experiencing. Like whenever someone joins, you can't hear them sometimes, or vice versa.
Sai, do you hear Geo?
I do hear him and I hear you. But I think you might have to go out and come back in so that you can hear him.
Or maybe it's me. Should I leave and come back in?
I don't hear any. I don't hear Geo yet.
Can you hear me?
Check.
I hear
Check.
both. I hear both of you guys.
Yeah, I think it's him. You're going to have to go out and come back in.
Yeah. If Prelim does
Sai,
that,
say something. I can't hear you.
Prelim, you're going to have to come out and come back in.
oh, that's weird. You can't hear you now, so it's kind of like a bug.
Let me
That's
try and
weird.
see if I can put them
You think?
and then add them.
Check.
Can you hear now?
Oh, maybe I turned off.
Hello?
Tell him in the chat. Tell him to leave and I don't. You know what? Let me leave and I'll just come back in. Give me a second.
No, because I don't think he can hear me either.
Sai,
Yeah,
your
the only way to
your symbol
communicate
is
to him
moving, but I
is
don't hear your voice.
write in the comments. You have to write
All
in
right.
the comments.
Lost
I'm
one.
gonna
You try
try
going.
to.
Can you hear me, Prelim?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna reset.
All right. Now there is one. There's lost. All right. He's coming back.
Did he hear you when I left or no?
No, I don't think he could.
Oh, yeah. You just have to just leave and come back in. Prelim, can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Yay. Mhm.
Angels, if you want to come up, you can come up. Same to you, Crunch. So how are you doing up there, Lost?
Doing all right so far. I mean, I think it's gonna start snowing like in a couple hours. It's gonna snow all
Are
day.
you in New York?
Yeah, I'm in the Rotten Apple.
Okay.
The rotten apple.
Uh-huh.
You guys didn't get anything yet?
Let me look outside. No, nothing. No, not yet. I think it's supposed to start like around 6, 7-ish a.m. Like in about 3 more hours.
Okay.
We're gonna get that big snowstorm that Russia got.
Are you really going to get that?
Nah, I'm joking. But I mean, everyone is panicking here, like as if we're gonna like, come on, 8 to 12 inches of snow, and they're freaking like filling up the grocery lines, and like it looks like an apocalypse.
Yeah, they had everything sold out at the grocery store, and that was like 2 days ago.
It's ridiculous. And then watch it snow like 1 inch or nothing at all.
We've had snow since about 9. Well, ice. We're not getting snow. We're getting ice, and a wintry mix of crap since.
You guys are getting it too over there in NC, right?
Yeah. Yep. We have it.
Oh,
It's 7 degrees out.
It's already falling.
What?
It's already falling there.
Yeah, it's been falling since 8 o'clock.
Oh shit.
It's been falling, and it's a mix of different stuff, which absolutely sucks.
It's been quite a snowy winter so far. Like like compared to the like past decade or so, this winter it's kind of like, even though
Yeah,
it snowed here and there, like we got like maybe a few inches here and there, but it's been a while since it's been like this. I remember years ago when I was a little kid. I mean, late
right.
'90s, early 2000s. I mean, New
Well,
York would get so much damn snow. Like the snow would cover the cars. Like then
right.
that hasn't happened like in 2 decades.
Yeah. That's how it was in the 80s. Lots of snow.
Yeah,
You
you.
guys didn't have it in 2016 because Pennsylvania got it hard in 2016.
I saw that on social media, like, talking about we get big snowstorms every 10 years. And they said 2016. I'm like, 2016? I don't remember a snowstorm from like 10 years ago. So I don't know. Maybe it's a Mandela effect, but I don't want to make that kind of claim. So,
I lived up there in Pennsylvania, and it was about 40 inches that we got. It was, I'd say about probably about 2 hours from New York, 2 3 hours from New York, maybe.
Yeah, and we would have blizzards in the 80s and the first half of the 90s. And then around 96, it became milder and milder after then. At least where I am. I don't know.
I had 90, was it 95? We had a big storm.
Yeah, 95, but then 96, it was like autumn for the whole rest of the winter here. But I mean, yeah, 95, we had a big blizzard.
so wow. I mean, 4 o'clock stream.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't sleep. The thing
Three
was,
o'clock, 3 o'clock here. But
the,
yeah,
I'm on the East Coast.
I was
Um,
about I was about to head to bed. I opened the app and I see you doing a pop up. Like, God damn.
I am the queen of pop-up streams. I don't know if I'm going to leave this posted. I might just take it down, but
yeah,
um, I was just tired. I wasn't tired. I drank a lot of coffee earlier.
yeah.
Um,
I drink coffee at night, and it's a habit. I don't usually drink it in the morning.
no,
No, I feel awake in the morning, and then around 7 o'clock, I feel like coffee. 7 p.m. So I'm in a weird. I have to stop that.
it was just like I had the generator. I had the generator issue, which I didn't,
Yeah.
not getting anything. And then I was worried about the heat going off. So I was
Right.
drinking coffee to stay awake to see what it would be like. Now I'm all hyped up on coffee. Not really that tired
Why don't you do decaf?
because I don't drink it that often to
Oh.
do decaf. I drink it
Nah,
like
yeah,
maybe
nah. I do the
every.
same thing sometimes too. I'm like, you know what? I just gotta have some caffeine at like 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's like
That we used to go out to late night cafe and just drink coffee and smoke from midnight till 4 a.m. When I was 18 and 19. And I think that late night owl kind of habit never ended for me.
yeah, I
Just
was always
because,
even as a young kid. I was a night owl.
yeah, and I'm a painter and I get my best ideas at night. I really like painting at night. And so I think that's just my nature. I think New York has a lot of late night artists, or they used to before it got expensive. Is there
I think
still a,
it's an internal clock. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Geo, is there still a Soho art scene there?
I mean, yeah, there's an art scene everywhere in the city. But yeah,
Okay,
Soho is like kind of like the fashion district, so there's a lot of
right,
artsy stuff going on around there.
right.
Soho,
think-
NoHo.
Yeah. Isn't it though real expensive compared to 30 years ago?
What is?
New York in general, like all the, um, a lot of the old buildings were a lot of old businesses. At least from people I've heard that, a lot of them had to move because they couldn't afford. A lot of artist people I knew, are no longer there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, not just New York City. I think everywhere. Just
Yeah,
the dollar just losing value, so everything just goes up over time. So,
yeah.
yeah, New York City is very expensive. I live in a shoebox.
Well, me too.
Crazy. I heard like a 400 square foot apartment was like $2,000. And
Yeah,
I think that's crazy.
Yeah,
and that's probably the cheapest for New York.
To me, that's just nuts because like
Right.
to be able to live and buy other things and food, electric, transportation, and stuff like that. Are the wages different up there? Cost, are the wages higher or?
depending what job you have, I guess. Right. I mean, kind of just depends on that for the most part. Yeah.
Oh, it's like down
Does-
here. When we moved down here in 2019, like rent was 625 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I think it was 900 square foot.
Damn.
Now it's probably for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, probably about 1,400.
Damn.
And that'd be 1,000 square foot.
That's really cheap, man.
Yeah, it's cheaper down here. And like everything's cheaper down here. So
yeah,
But it's a slower lifestyle, though. So it's kind of like, yeah,
right.
it has its trade offs.
it is a very slow lifestyle. It's kind of like it's the South, so everyone does everything slow in the South.
I was in Charlotte for 3 summers in a row, and I really wanted to just stay there, and complications have kept me here. So, but I pay $800 a month for a single studio apartment, and it's a shoebox type of space. My drum set is right next to my bed. And my it's like the kitchen is right next to everything's all crammed together. Like like a Woodstock house, birdhouse.
When
But I
we
like
bought,
for
we
now.
bought a house in 2023. I tried in 2020 to buy a house, but the market was too crazy. And
Yeah.
people were moving down here from different places and they were hiking up the prices too high.
Hmm.
Hi, Mr. Aloha. You want to join? It's pinned up at the top.
The chat is real active.
Gio, do you remember Long Island being slightly different in shape and its in location in the old reality?
You said Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island and New Jersey for me were drastically different.
Well, I mean, Long Island is. I mean, I remember the orientation. I drew a map. You could find a video floating on the internet somewhere. I could
Uh-huh.
I could find it very easily. But I drew an old map of how I remember New York City. It's basically the same thing. It's like a Long Island, except it was like pointing a different direction. So slightly. It's kind of like a 15-degree change.
Yeah. Yeah, the angle.
Oh, yeah,
And,
if you look at Manhattan, like if you open up Google Maps and you open up Manhattan, like
uh-huh.
you'll see that Manhattan no longer is no longer a vertical island. It doesn't go north to south. Now it goes southwest to northeast.
Right.
It's slanted.
Wow.
The whole
Yeah.
Manhattan Island is slanted now, which doesn't even make sense because if you look at
Yeah.
the streets, they're actually vertical, like they're all straight. It's because the island used to go north to south.
Wow. I remember New Jersey being like much smaller, like 1/8 of the size of what it is now. It was really small in the timeline that I was in. And geography is for me the main change, the most stunning changes of all the Mandela effects. But I could talk about all the changes all night because it's just but that's kind of the area that I remember the best is the geo changes. But,
Have you seen Lost Geo's videos? They're really good.
yeah, I have seen some of them. I'm subscribed. I'm double check right now.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I finally finished the whole series. I released the trailer, and then after the trailer, I released a video of my 2018. That's when I first started the investigation on the Lost Island of Gibraltar. So
Yeah, I remember those. I watched those.
I remember we used to chat. You used to be on my chats.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just double checking because sometimes YouTube will remove my subscriptions. And what is it under Lost Geo?
You just it's at lostgeo dot spelled out com lostgeo.com.
Okay.
You won't see anybody like making geographical Mandela effect videos anymore. I don't
I
know
know.
what it's so strange, right? Like,
Yeah,
why aren't there more people talking about it? So weird.
yeah.
It's just like it just quieted down. Like now AI, now the talk is just AI. Like no one cares about the Mandela effect. It's like it just blows my mind.
Right.
I think
Yeah, it
because
is
there's
strange.
no answer, there's no concrete answer as to what is making it happen, that people lost interest. And I think
Yeah.
that's really a lot of what happened. I think people just lost interest in it because you could sit and you could talk about the same things over and over again, but
Right.
you never come to a conclusion of what's making it happen. And
Mhm.
because you don't know what's making it happen, and there's tons of theories out there. People have come throughout the past 10, 11 years with theories upon theories upon theories, but nobody can prove it, and none of those theories can be proven.
I believe it. I believe it can be proven. Like
The residue.
Well, it can be proven that it happened,
Yeah.
but it can't be proven of what made it happen
Right. The actual cause.
because it's supernatural. No one
Right.
knows what it really is.
oh yeah,
It's
that's all theoretical. Like what's causing it? Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
like no one can prove that, but we can actually prove what we remember with reality residue.
Mhm.
So
And a lot of the people that are not really Mandela affected still remember things like the cornucopia and things like, you know, the Ford logo, but then the rest of it they don't relate to. Like they kind of stop at some point and lose interest.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, it's happening. We don't know what's making it
Yeah.
happen. We don't know how to stop it from happening either.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, there's only so much we've been discussing for a decade, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
it's true.
okay, there's not too much more that we haven't really discussed about
Right.
it. And I think that's why I really find, I think a lot of the personal Mandela effects,
Right.
that because they affect,
Think,
if you think about like the
yeah.
Ford logo changing really doesn't affect anybody. Like it doesn't have an
Mhm.
impact on life, right? But
Yeah.
seeing it change in somebody around you or someone you care about, then that's more of an impact.
Right. I remember for me it began in the hospital when I left the hospital, and the first change I noticed was my sister. And she was suddenly 50 pounds overweight. She was always healthy and fit. And
Right.
she suddenly had a short butch haircut, which was colored. Like she never colored her hair. And suddenly, you know, when I'm getting out of the hospital, and one theory is that I died in
Oh,
Sagittarius.
I remember this. You said this before.
Yeah. And I said to my sister, Amy, what I was stunned. I was looking at her like, my God, that's Amy. And I said, what happened? And she didn't know what I meant. She just said, come on, let's go. You know, like nothing had, like she hadn't changed or anything. And ever since, like she's this slightly different person. She has more anxiety in this reality, and her personality isn't not the same. So but it's almost been 10 full years. Like my anniversary is February 22nd when it all started, when I went into the hospital. I had pneumonia, and I think I died. As
Oh, wow.
crazy as it sounds.
A lot of people that see the changes, Mandela effect,
Yeah.
changes in people, they actually
Uh-huh.
relate to possibly have died.
Yeah.
So
That's all the indications point to for me. I think I
So,
was,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. I find that hard to believe. So that means like everyone died. So we're not alive. All of us are not alive right now. It's an illusion.
it's, I think people that I've talked to that feel like they have died, it's like died and went somewhere else to a different reality or a different
Yeah, an extension, right?
timeline or different, like not that they died and they're never, like just that they switched timelines or they switched realities
Yeah.
or something. It's hard for them to
Yeah.
digest that these changes that have happened are like happened, period. And then seeing the changes in someone you care about or someone you love is even harder.
Yeah. And if
You
I
know?
didn't die, then I'm in a matrix that is malleable and able to like whoever's running this place is able to change it.
So if you didn't die, I mean, if you did
Yeah.
die,
Yeah.
you're still alive, then when do you die? When do you actually die?
Well, the thing is, since I'm not in charge of that, I think
That's the part I don't get. So
I think there's
it's hard to go with that theory that we died. That's why we see the Mandela effect.
See, I think what happened is because our true self is a spiritual being, and our body is just a vehicle. And I think my spiritual consciousness changed to this Orion body where most people here are not seeing the changes because they were always here. And the ones who do see the changes are from one of the former timelines. And like the way I remember geography, that was a whole different Earth, 70,000 light years away. And is that Earth still there? That's what I'm wondering. Is that, like if a person could travel light years, I wonder if that
Like
Earth
light
is
years is an illusion. It's all an illusion. So that Earth is
Lo-
still there,
lo-
though.
You think that Earth is still
Well,
there?
It's here.
That's the
We
thing.
just
It's like,
it's
Oh,
not
it's
it's not
here.
it's not far. It's not somewhere else. It's here.
Oh.
We just can't see it. It's on a different frequency.
Oh, it's like a layer, a frequency layer. Yeah, I like that idea.
that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
like
You
I'm
see it
sorry?
as a layered reality.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a simulation, basically. Everything's like kind of like holographic, and
Right.
our reality that's what it is. And these other things that we remember, they still exist, but they're on a different frequency.
That makes sense.
This is why we can still find reality residue. Like I just published a new article on my website,
Uh-huh.
where maybe I could present it, Sai.
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, you can present it, and then I'm gonna, after you're done presenting, I'm gonna switch to my other device so I can move around more freely. But yeah, you can. I'm on my computer, so you can present it.
All right, cool. I thought you were about to say like you could present it, and then I'm about to call it a night.
No, I want to get on my headset and off the computer.
Gotcha. Give me a second. Okay, share screen. Where the fuck is it? Oh, Chrome. There. Okay, just I'm sharing. Just let me know when it's when you see it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So this is my newly launched website. You could find the article here. So here are 6 books, right?
Yeah,
So this is
I
just
remember this. Yeah.
yeah. So this is just the first example. The reason why we're seeing this book is because this book with the word islands and Gibraltar is because that world still exists. It's a blend of information. It's a blend of realities. So if this
Yeah.
book is a blend of realities, everything is a blend of reality. Everything is reality residue in front of us. So that means that world still exists. And this is not the only way to prove it. The other way I mentioned we can prove that world still exists, in which we remember things certain ways. We can ask a younger person who probably has like at least some high school knowledge, that's very young, right? If we take a 15-year-old and you're like, maybe like 35 years old, someone who's like 20 years younger than you, if you ask them some Mandela effects, right? And they remember what you remember, but when they look at it now, it's not that. That means they experienced that reality. When you show them the Mandela effect, they actually relate to it because that reality still exists. They just shifted to your frequency. For that particular item.
I always ask is, would you go back if you could find the frequency that was before?
If I could go back to the old world map, I would love that. I've been asking for that since I shifted. It hasn't changed. I've been looking at the same world map since I shifted. So
Yeah.
the shift in world maps, I don't know about other things in reality, but the shifts in world maps seem to be very rare. It's like a once in a lifetime event.
Mhm.
So
I watched.
the day I shift into another world map, that'll be the day.
Yeah, that would be shocking to wake up and suddenly everything's back to how I remember it. You know, China, Kazakhstan. I watched between 2016 to 2019. I saw Kazakhstan change larger 7 different times. Like each time incrementally, it was like larger between those 4 years. That was very, very weird.
Yeah, I have all the geographical Mandela effects saved down in my notes. I don't forget them. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
like
that's good.
I like the island ones because the island ones are so easy to find.
Yeah.
So I've been able to decode reality by doing this. So I've
Mhm.
actually, like I've said, I understand what the world map is made up of. I know how to decode hidden worlds now. So I actually
Yeah.
made kind of like a tutorial for it. Oh, hold on,
Uh-huh.
let me balance this. Here's a tutorial on how to decode the world map. So it's up on my site, lostgeo.com.
Great.
I basically outline how to because there are people they'll come to they don't understand what decoding hidden worlds is. Like they think it's kind of like not real, but we can actually decode reality. We can actually look for worlds that we haven't experienced that exist on other frequencies. So this is kind of I'm telling people here let's start with something simple. Open up a world map, preferably one that clearly shows borderlines between countries and territories. Google Maps works perfectly for this. Once you have it open, look for borderlines that are perfectly straight. Vertical, horizontal, diagonal, solid, or dashed. Now ask yourself, why would borders between nations shaped by geography, war, culture, and history be perfectly straight? Straight lines don't occur naturally in landscapes. They're artificial markers of something else. So I begin with Gibraltar because that's like ground zero. I'm going to try and prove this. But a border that reveals too much. So this is supposed to be an island, but we're seeing it connected to Spain in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm telling people, now focus on the borderline between Spain and Gibraltar, known as La Línea de la Concepción. Gibraltar is physically attached to Spain, yet politically it is a British overseas territory. That alone is unusual. But look closely at the border. It's an undefined line, which it is. Like undefined means you can see dashes on the borderline. You see those dashes?
Yeah.
Above the airport? That's undefined. That's not a solid line. So that means it's undefined because it's disputed territory between Spain and Britain. So and it's somewhat horizontally straight. It's like kind of like almost straight. So officially, this border exists because Gibraltar is British and not Spanish, but there's a deeper reason. This border is hinting at something we can't see. In another reality, one that some of us remember, Gibraltar is an island completely separated from Spain. That is why this small peninsula is not part of Spain. That is why it is British. That is why the border is undefined. The border itself is quietly telling us something. Enclaves. So now I move on to besides borderlines, let's look for other strange, unusual things. We can look for enclaves. And so countries within countries. Now zoom out and look again at the world map. This time, look for enclaves, countries that exist entirely inside another country. Ask yourself, why do these places exist independently? Why aren't they absorbed by the country they're surrounded by? Take San Marino as an example. So this is a kind of like a country within another country. The other country that's surrounding it is Italy. So the craziest part is that I wrote here, San Marino is a tiny country completely surrounded by Italy. It has been independent since the year 301. Let that sink in. How has such a small country remained independent for 1,700 years while being fully surrounded by a much larger nation? Once again, the borders are quietly hinting at something else. Based on my research into San Marino and the similarities I found with Gibraltar, I believe San Marino exists as an island in another reality. So this is actually supposed to be an island, but we're seeing it landlocked by Italy. So the borders are saying something else. So
Yeah.
now I move on to undefined borders and disputed lands. So you go around the
Oh.
world map, you'll see a whole bunch of this.
Wow.
So this is like in Netherlands. This is in Asia. This is basically like a blend of hidden worlds. That's what the world map is made up of.
Hmm.
And guys,
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to do. I haven't been able to time to do it yet, but what I'm going to do is I want to have a whole stream lost where you can go over all your stuff
Oh yeah, yeah, for
and
sure.
go through your videos and stuff. But I also want to do a community post where I'm going to post. If you look in the chat, there's Mr. Harloha. He has his own channel, uncensored, and they talk about all different things. They don't really talk about supernatural like I do, but they talk about politics, anything else that you guys, whatever comes up. But I have a bunch of different streams that you guys can go to if you're looking for some different content or just to sit back, relax. Greek Squad has karaoke every Wednesday. Peanut, and no Peanut prelim, I think.
Oh.
You know Peanut, right?
No, I don't know who that is.
He used to go on Patrick's stream. Peanut, his channel is called The Nut House, and he does plays and trivia and interviews.
Yeah, I joined that live stream the other night. You guys were doing that trivia thing. You guys were doing that trivia thing the other night.
I've never seen that channel. I don't know.
I thought you did. I thought you knew Peanut, but
no,
or would remember him from Patrick's. He used to go on Patrick's panel sometime.
Okay.
Chat with me too. So
wait, which Patrick are you talking about? Sounds familiar.
Patrick Roberts, Our New Timeline.
Oh, okay,
I was on there. I was on there a lot, but I don't remember
that's why
anyone
I thought
with Peanut.
That's why I thought Prelim would know Peanut. Because he used to do panels with me on Patrick's, but he does trivia and he does plays and stuff. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds like a fun channel.
So if I'm not on during certain days and you're looking for something to go to, Indy is another one. She has live music, different performers, a lot of great guitarists. I know you would like that, Prelim. So there's so many different channels that I've learned about recently and have known about but didn't think to post. So I'm going to do a whole community post about those channels and put their channels on there so you guys can subscribe, and if they go live you can watch them.
Great.
Cool.
No doubt.
You're gonna post those in the chat or below the screen?
It's going to be in a community post. So if you go to my channel and go to community, I'm going to put it there because there's so many to put. I don't want to miss anybody's. Just for, life gets life in.
That's
sometimes you just want to sit back and music.
That's crazy. That saying has been kind of like growing on me. Sorry.
It really sticks, doesn't it?
I said it earlier today. I'm like, what the hell? Life is life.
Life is life. And I said that to my nephew. I said, life just be life. And he says it back to me all the I'm like, how's everything going? He's like, life is life. And I was like, okay. All right. I think I'm coining that one. I'm trademarking that.
That's a good one.
Thank you. So I'm going to also do an astrology stream.
Oh, great.
That's not going to be open panel, but it will be. You can chat, ask questions.
Can I ask you one right now about Gemini?
What about it depends on what you ask because the planets are crazy right now. So what's going on?
I've noticed a difference between May Geminis and June Geminis. And in my experiences, all the Geminis I know, the May Geminis are more free spirit dreamers, and the June Geminis are closer to pragmatics, more practical, and not as outer fringe. Like they're but they still have Gemini qualities. So I just wanted to verify if this is this a real thing that you've also noticed.
No, that's not a real
No.
thing. Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
So that
When
might just be coincidental in the
it
ones that
might
I've
be
known.
that you're picking certain traits out.
Ah,
So how when you say someone is a Gemini and you
right.
talk about someone being a Gemini, that's only
Yeah.
their sun sign. That
Ah,
discounts all the other planets. So I'm a Libra,
oh,
and
okay.
that's my sun sign. And the reason
Uh,
why people use that as their identifier is
right.
because the sun represents personality traits. It's the
Huh.
self. That's what sun represents. So
Okay.
itself, it gives strength and creativity, but the sun is self. So Leos are ruled by the sun. So
Yeah.
most Leos are creative and
Okay.
are usually emotionally strong.
Yeah.
They get that from their controlling the sun that controls them.
Yeah.
But the sun represents the self, and that's why people identify as self. There's so many other things that go into a birth chart that are
Uh-huh.
different aspects in the personality and in life that you
Yeah.
can't just narrow it down to May Geminis are this and June Geminis are that. You can have
Oh,
you got to figure there's multiple planets, there's multiple constellations, and there's multiple. We even
yeah.
count at least two asteroids that
Okay.
are in orbit. So
Okay.
there's so many different things. I can't say one Gemini. I can tell you generally, Geminis are
Uh-huh.
this and that. Just like I can say Leos are generally this and that. But specifically due to
Okay.
May, June, no.
So okay. So each individual is really so complex that astrology is kind of irrelevant because you have to look at each individual as their own complex houses.
Generalized astrology doesn't fit
Yeah. So you
the
have to go
whole.
with. I see. You have to go with
You have to go
specific.
deeper.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to go more specifics, deeper.
Okay.
You got to look
Yeah.
at the whole thing. When I give free birth charts, free birth chart readings to people.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
In fact, I just did one tonight earlier, and part of doing birth chart reading is I look at
Uh-huh.
everything.
Huh.
I look at every detail, every aspect, and I can put the person's personality together. Now, generally, I can say like Leos are creative, they're strong people, and they like the spotlight and have a tendency to have a big ego. But not
Yeah.
all Leos would be like that because
Right.
they have something else in their chart that stops them from being that way.
Right.
You understand?
I've
So
I've known a lot of Leos, and they seem to attract the most friends, and they had a lot of likable qualities. So in my past, I think Leos were the most endearing and the funnest to be around for whatever reason. I liked Leos a lot.
that also depends on what your sign is as well. Your
Yeah.
sign, like, along with Leo, is better than other signs do. Like,
Uh,
I look at myself, I'm a Libra.
I
Now,
like Libras a lot. I don't like Scorpios very much. or Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I have a hard time with, and Leos and Libras and fellow Geminis are my three strongest. And that's only based on experience, not based on the kind of knowledge that you know.
Right.
Like I don't know all that technical stuff. I just go by my experiences with people I've known. It just turned out that way.
PG, you said you're an
Yeah.
Aquarius. Aquarius are very free-spirited people and usually very, very creative because they're free-spirited. They
I find them
are
very
usually pretty.
I think they're academic, like the ones I've known.
No,
Were
Aquarius
not
usually aren't
not free.
academic. They're
The ones
more like
Huh.
they're more
Okay.
usually into, you know, I don't want rules. That's usually Aquarius. And that's because
That's my experience of Aquarius is the opposite. Like they're totally academic, they love rules, they do everything in a pragmatic way, and they're not free spirited. They're kind of hung up on a lot of the legal, like they're kind of square. Is the ones I've known. So I get a different read on them.
yeah, from doing it as long as I've done it, which is over 20 years, most Aquarius are about revolution, freedom, wanting to do no rules, and the
Yeah.
less rules, the better. They want to live free.
Interesting. Wow.
Whereas, like, other signs need rules. Libra is one of them. And so is Sagittarius, and so is Capricorns. They need the defining
Uh-huh.
rules. But
Mhm.
Aquarius now, like you could put them. That's why you ever hear the song, This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius,
Yeah.
about freedom, revolution, and all that other stuff and hippie stuff.
The
Yeah,
hair sound.
that's typically an Aquarius.
Hmm.
Yes, happy birthday, PG.
My sister, the one that morphed when I like my first Mandela effect, she's an Aquarius.
Yeah.
And so it's like two different versions of my sister. And I think the former version of her is like how you described, and the one that I've known since the Mandela effect became this kind of kind of I can't find the right word. Just very like everything just feels over rational, overly.
Yeah, it's more for Aquarius to be more emotional than logical. And they
Oh.
usually run on pretty high emotions normally. Which is odd which is why they are mistaken for a water sign. Hey guys, I'm going to switch devices real quick. So if anything happens, please don't leave. I will be right back.
Okay.
Just give
What
me a
happened?
minute.
Why you gotta switch devices? Is the feds after you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I see you.
Little old me that doesn't leave my house, right? I'll be right back.
Yeah, PG mentioned Sicily. I don't relate to that one, but I remember Italy definitely being oriented like more vertically.
I
But
remember it being smaller.
Yeah,
It was smaller and not
I've
so close to the shore of Italy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. They say the same exact description. It used to be
for me,
smaller
where I was.
and it wasn't attached. Well, I mean, it's not attached, but it didn't look attached to the boot.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, I hear you.
All right. Oh, hold on a second. This might do something. If it does something, I'll be right back.
Harloa, if I'm saying your name right. The Aries I've known were always aggressive and independent, rebellious, and
What's that for? Aries?
definitely not followers. Like they
They are leaders.
they like
So,
to
prelim,
live
I'll take
according
it
to
from
their
here.
own trip.
Can you hear me?
I don't think he hears you. Do you hear Sai prelim? Oh shit! I don't think he hears us.
Oh, crap.
Hey, prelim, do you hear us?
Prelim.
Do you read me, prelim? Over.
Sai, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Can you
All
hear me?
right.
I'll try to. 1 sec.
All right. So, with Aries, Aries is a
I'm
cardinal
gonna
sign.
reset.
All right, you go resetting for a minute. Aries is a cardinal sign. They are one of the leaders of the zodiac. They are the fire leader of the zodiac. They have a lot of knowledge. They usually come with receipts. They also are hardworking. They always got to keep busy. They're high energy and high activity. Stubborn as hell from time to time. They usually attract and get along with other cardinal signs. Yeah, pretty much that's it that I can think of. The other cardinal signs are Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. So they will be closer to them than. No, they're thought of or can be thought of by some signs as aggressive, Steve, because of the stubbornness. When you don't
Yeah.
really, you can't really go against when. Let me handle this prelim. So you can't really go like with all the cardinal signs, and that's Libra, Capricorn, Cancers, and Aries. There is no room for bend. When we know something, we know something, and we're not budging on that. Which the softer signs, like the mutal signs and the fixed signs, they want the bend. We don't bend. We don't bend. We don't break when we have our minds made up. So it's not really aggressive. It's what it is that we don't give in. And I've been studying astrology for over 22 years.
Yeah,
So,
I don't doubt you in your expertise on the subject. I only go by the ones that I've personally known, gotten to know,
yeah.
which
I
is,
think
not the same.
you're a Gemini, right?
Yeah,
So you're one of the mutal signs. You're
right.
not going to see you're not going to see it the same way as a cardinal sign. I'm a cardinal sign as well as
Okay.
Aries and Capricorn. I know how we think. It's more of we are the leaders of the zodiac. We're the ones that bring the ideas, give it to other signs to follow through on it. Or, it's kind of like a push. So if you're looking at the seasons, like Aries starts out spring, Cancer starts out summer, Libra starts out fall, and Capricorn starts winter. So those are your cardinal signs. You're the mutal sign, so you're the one that gives it a little twist, like to make it kind of like making a puzzle piece fit. You kind of move it around till it fits. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right.
I can see the stubbornness that you mentioned of Aries.
They're all stubborn, all four. If
Oh,
you want to
for
see, yeah, if you want to
okay.
see really stubborn, look at a Capricorn. And if you want to see
Yeah.
highly stubborn, look at a Cancer. And if you want to see one that maybe like, I can see your point, but no, we're going with mine,
Uh-huh.
that's a Libra.
Uh,
Libra would be like, I can see your point. I see where you're coming from, but no, we're not doing that. And they
okay.
tend to attract each other, so they tend to hang in groups like Cancers, Aries, Capricorns, Libras. And same thing with the fixed signs, they tend to hang in groups.
Yeah.
And mutal signs do too. So
My
you
my
probably would get along with Pisces.
my cousin Leslie is a Libra, and she's one of my best friends and one of the brightest attitudes, very encouraging. And that's, I can't think of it. I don't know many Libras, but she really stands out in my life.
Well, that's good that she stands out. You're like, they
Yeah.
can see both sides of the coin, and they will
Yeah.
see your point. But when they're dug in on a situation,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
they
And
dig.
she's very, yeah, she's, she's very strong-willed and and not flexible. Like she stays with her what she feels strong about. And
And that's why usually what the best signs for cardinal signs are other cardinal signs.
yeah.
Because if they work together, they can create a lot of good stuff. If they don't work together, they can be
Yeah.
really.
Somehow I have chemistry with her as a Libra, and she interprets my paintings very well. She's always been, exceptionally nice to me and encouraging. Like, she sees that I need a lot of it. She sees that I'm isolated, and she lives in Minneapolis, and she wanted me to move there. And I've been there many times doing shows there, and it's just so cold. It's like the winters in Minneapolis are way worse than Madison or Milwaukee. Anyway, I digress. That's right. But
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it, prelim, that
yeah,
you can't really. But what you can, the categories of cardinal, fixed, and mutal, they are like cardinal signs just finished their 20-year upgrade last year. And that brought a lot of I have a lot of cardinal signs in my life.
yeah,
That
okay,
are I'd say within the past decade that I didn't have there before, and seem to attract during that time, during the upgrade, other cardinal signs. And that's
I want to meet more Libras only because of my cousin, just on the impression I got from her, thinking that the other Libras might be similar. But I'd never meet them. I never see Libras very much.
no,
Somehow.
They don't. Like, I'm a Libra.
Yeah,
But
you're the second one.
we don't socialize often.
Okay.
We're cautious.
Ah,
And if we catch you in a lie, you're done.
right,
Libras are about trust. But
right,
they can't trust, actually, all the cardinal signs are.
okay.
But Libras to a higher extent than the other ones,
Uh-huh.
because it throws off their balance and they can't trust you.
Right,
And if they can't trust you, they won't be around you.
right.
Like, trust is a factor, huge factor. Loyalty is another one.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like you won't see a lot of Libras out socializing. They have a very small group of friends, and they like their group of friends.
It's really uncommon sign for me, and I know tons of the other signs, but they seem to be obscured, and that makes me wonder why.
Part
Have
of
you
the
ever
reason,
have you
like I
ever
said,
read?
they just don't socialize.
Yeah. Have you ever read East Meets West Astrology about
No,
like
I've
the 12 years of the Chinese astrology? And
I actually was asked to do that by someone in a different chat,
okay,
and I did look at, and honestly, I don't like the Chinese zodiac because
okay,
it only goes on lunar cycles. That's it's predominantly all lunar cycles. The Western zodiac, or as I like to
okay.
refer to it, the Northwestern, because it
Mhm.
goes around the North Pole.
Yeah.
That takes everything into account. All the planets, all the constellations.
I looked up mine, to the year it was, because I'm born on 1964, and I'm a I'm a Gemini dragon. So the year of the wood dragon is different. Like every 12 years, it changes to there's the water dragon and all the other
Fire
elements.
dragon. Yeah,
Yeah, fire dragon.
they have the
And when
different elements, but they
yeah,
discount the rest of the planets.
huh,
So they
I
don't
didn't
take
know.
into account Saturn, which is
Oh,
about time and restriction and traditionalism,
wow.
or the importance of Mars, because that's where we get our energy and activity. And
Uh-huh.
Mars rules Aries. That's why
Hmm.
Aries has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Um, so it doesn't take into account what other planets offer
Oh, so
humans.
so that kind of discredits the validity of of Eastern of their form of astrology.
For me, it does
Okay.
because, and I'm not saying if anybody, it's just like a religion. If
Yeah.
anybody believes in it, then I'm not saying that it's wrong.
Well,
It
the
just
reason I
doesn't
asked is because
go for me.
when I looked up the what their description of me, it seemed so precise, and so I was really impressed by that. And this was in the 80s when I was reading this, and I just thought, my gosh, this is exact. They were describing me almost, that it was in that book, East Meets West Astrology, and I just wondered what you thought of it, and you
Well,
explained it.
if you get a traditional birth chart done,
Yeah, I did.
then it should have told you, or the
Yeah,
astrologer should have told you
yeah.
what lessons in life you will learn or have learned,
Uh,
why you have learned them, what
it's
instances it could have been.
uh,
It tells your whole story. If it's
yeah.
a good astrologer, they'll know. They'll be able to pinpoint, like, if you have anything in, there's 12 houses, and if you have anything in the 10th, 11th, or 12th, those are lessons
Uh,
you've probably already learned or are still learning. Um,
it's been
if
so long that I'd have to totally redo it because that was way long ago.
and it's how it interacts. So
Uh-huh.
there's more that goes into a birth chart than just saying, all right, your traits are this.
Hmm.
This is your
Yeah.
trait, or
I'm
that is
sorry
your
to
trait.
interrupt, but I don't think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting really tired.
Are you fading, Gio? I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
All
getting
right, Gio. Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you, Prelim, and good chatting with you, Sai.
Good chatting with you too, dude.
Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Stay safe up there, okay?
Thanks. You too. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
That's so interesting. What about doing the chart and that? I think I would like to have it redone if I could learn from it, if it's helpful in some way.
I was just looking at her little eyes. That is my wife going to kill me
Oh no.
in my sleep. I don't think so,
Oh.
or else she would have done it already. um, so, yeah, it's getting the birth chart done is an eye opener for some people. It's like
Yeah.
an understanding of why they do what they do, what lessons they have learned,
Interesting. Wow.
what people they attract, why they attract them. So
That would
when
be
you're
good to
looking
know.
when you're looking at the birth chart, you want to do the planet, what constellation it was in,
Uh-huh.
and what house it was in. So the
I know
planet,
I know the exact minute I was born, or the umbilical cord was snapped.
sometimes you don't need that. Sometimes,
You
honestly, I
don't?
don't need, no, I don't need the time. The only time I need the
I thought that
time of
affected.
birth,
Okay.
it only affects when it's on the curve. And when I mean the curve is when the chart is drawn up, we go by degrees.
Okay.
So if it's teetering between like a 0 degree and a 1 degree, then, or if you can't decipher which one it would be,
Yeah.
then the time of
If it's
birth,
on a cusp.
yeah, if it's on a sort of on a cusp, it's a degree
Yeah.
really. But if it's
Okay.
on a certain degree, then yeah, the time of birth would clarify it more.
Okay.
But there's a way to compensate for that, and
Yeah.
that's in not using even spaces for your degrees. And it gets complicated in that you have to kind of know what you're doing. But I
Okay.
don't usually need the time of birth. I need city and state and the date, and that's it.
Okay.
And that
Hmm.
will help me in do a full chart, no problem.
Great.
Like I said, only when it's if, or I may say you're on the cusp of this and that, or this and
Yeah.
that, and then that'll be different.
Yeah.
But I've rarely had to ask someone for their date or their time, their
Okay.
birth time.
No, because the person that did my chart way back in 1982, she was kind of insisting on knowing the minute, like that mattered. So that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't typically need it. I've
Okay.
done I've done hundreds of charts. Like I've done a lot of charts. So I don't,
I used to really be mindful of my like astrology reading, and I stopped doing it. I kind of just I wanted to trust what my the intuition, instead of reading something.
mhm.
I felt to go more, because I that's what I do with painting. I don't like write out a concept. I go at it from a like a meditative state of mind.
Okay.
But it's still an interesting subject, like because I've seen what I like about it is how how true the in the indication, like whenever I would look up someone, they would, it would seem to already know them in a specific way, not in a general way, but like it characterized how they really are. Like the Aries that I've known, the Leos that I've known.
Instead of looking at it as a the characterization of them, why
Yeah.
don't you look at it as how you interact with them? Because
Okay.
that's really what you should be learning. So you should be
Okay.
learning like, all right,
What's
like I can't,
yeah,
like if you're talking to
a Leo.
I'll just say if you're talking to a Cancer,
Okay. My
you have to
dad's a Cancer.
you have to validate their feelings more.
Ah,
They run on
yeah.
emotion and they want their
Yeah.
feelings validated. So if you're
Okay.
talking to a Cancer, you're going to want to validate their feelings more. If you're
When you
talking
say
to,
validate their feelings, does that mean tell them, or let them know that I understand their feelings?
I understand you feel this way and I understand you feel this way because,
Okay. That's
okay,
validating. All
that's
right.
validating. Like
Okay.
I understand you're upset with this situation because that hurt your feelings. And I
Okay.
understand why it hurt your feelings, and that shouldn't have been said. So, a
Yeah.
validation of when it comes to Cancers, they need validation. When it
Yeah.
comes to um, like a Capricorn, they need more praise. So they mean more good job. We appreciate
Yeah.
you and stuff like that.
That's good to know.
If
Yeah.
you're dealing with a Libra, they want truth and
They want truth,
balance. Yeah,
balance,
don't lie. Truth and balance.
truth and
And they're
balance.
rational and logical. So if
Okay.
you come too emotional with them or too dramatic with them,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, save that. They don't want the over dramatics or the over emotional. They're not
Uh,
emotional people. Doesn't mean they don't have emotions. It doesn't mean
yeah.
they don't feel things. They're just not outwardly with their emotions. So they'll sit and have a deep conversation about logical and rational things. But if
Yeah.
you're all whiny and screamy and shit, they're
Uh,
gonna check out quick.
right.
Or if they think you're manipulative, they'll definitely check out. So if you're dealing with a Leo, they
Yeah.
need more praise. They need more.
Ah.
They need more. Oh, you did a wonderful job on that. You know, you
Okay.
did a wonderful. So if you look at it as an interactive tool,
Right.
so you can learn how to interact with people based
Yeah.
on, like, if you're dealing with Geminis, they can take sarcasm better than some. They're not highly
I really don't like sarcasm.
right. It might be in your chart. It's a generalization.
Okay.
Most Geminis can take sarcasm because they definitely can give it. So
Oh, I'm
they
not
take more.
sarcastic.
Right, again,
That's
it could
okay.
be your chart, right?
Yeah, it could be.
So generalization here.
All right.
So Geminis usually they're very creative. They also
Yeah.
need some praise. So you did a
Yeah.
great job. You did a
That
great job on that.
that really inspires me so much when I get compliments
Hmm.
because I'm just not around enough creative people because I'm in a city that isn't very artistic natured. It's more of it's kind of humdrum, and I want to move back to Milwaukee where I'm from because there's many of my old friends and just I'm kind of sentimental for how things were, and I wish I could just move back, but financially I'm kind of stuck here. So
Hmm. Uh, Aries, usually the best way to deal with them is
yeah,
agree to disagree, and also be like, you know what, I'll help you out, whatever you need.
yeah,
Aries likes to hear that. I'll help you out, whatever you need.
yeah,
I'll help you
yeah.
out. You know, knowing that they can depend on you. So different signs need different ways of communications. And
That's good
looking,
insight.
instead of saying, okay, well, that person is this way or that person is that way, because it may not be that way for them. The
Hmm.
chart can be conflicting.
Yeah,
And that only when you say Gemini, you're only taking the sun in as an
right.
account. You're not
Oh,
taking any other planet.
hmm.
And that's not the way it works. So
Right.
it's like, instead of general, you can look at their personality, which is their sun sign, and say, hey, you know, I
Hmm.
can approach you this way, or I can approach you that way. Or I might want to tread lightly on that subject because I know that's going to be a trigger for them. If you like, if you tell one sign, like, I don't really care how you feel
Hmm.
because it's just the truth and that's the way the truth is. Some of them can handle that and be like, well, I don't care if it's the truth or not. That's how I feel. If you say that
Yeah.
to water signs, especially Scorpio and Cancer, they're
Uh-huh.
going to be like, what do you mean you don't care how I feel? Like, that's wrong. And
Mm. Yeah.
it's going to go high emotions. So you
Yeah.
don't do that. You don't do that type of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I try to have good integrity with whoever, whether they're Pisces or Cancer or whatever, and I try to look for their values and what they really care about and what they value. It is a good way to. I mean, I just do that without knowing anybody's astrological sign.
Right.
I want to get to like what is what is their intention? What is their ambition in life? What is their spiritual view of life? You know, do they have a belief or a theory? Or is that something that I've known a lot of people who really don't care about spiritual anything. They just focus on the world and how to, whatever helps them. They they don't see the they don't want to know. It's almost like they're oblivious to all of that, or it scares them and they find it frightening.
Mm.
I've known people like that. So I could not talk to them about spiritual ideas because they get it actually makes them kind of angry. Like my brother is that way. I could never talk to him about God or um
Well, that's usually like the spiritual side is
yeah.
usually driven by Neptune, by
Huh.
Jupiter, by Pluto, um,
For
different
me,
one, and Uranus as well.
huh.
So Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto tend to run more of the spiritual side. So
Like
they could have
yeah,
he could have like an earth element to it. It could have
yeah.
a fire element to it as well, and they just don't want to talk about that stuff. So it all
Yeah.
depends. There's different aspects. Like I told you, the sun is strengthened creativity. The moon is emotions, more motherly instincts. High emotions is with the moon. That's why if there's a full moon, people go a little nutty. Um,
Mhm. I've
the
noticed that. I do feel nutty when there is full moon.
mm,
I just
um,
feel more
Mercury,
yeah.
Mercury, which is your ruling planet, is
Yeah.
Gemini and Virgo's ruling planet.
Uh-huh.
Mercury is about thinking and communication. Venus is love, balance, justice, and money,
Huh.
and harmony. Mars is activity, courage, assertiveness, and that rules Aries, Mr. Horlo. That's why I just call you Steve. Um, let's see, what am I on? Mars, and then Jupiter is uh, optimism and your positive energy and happiness, and that rules Sagittarius. Um, Pluto, I think, if I remember correctly, rules Aquarius, and that's freedom, revolution, that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Neptune is the supernatural and spirituality. So they all play a role in the
Yeah.
life.
Uh-huh.
They all have a role, and they all have a sign, and some have two that they control. Venus controls Taurus and Libra in different ways, but
Hmm.
their ruling planet is Venus. Mercury controls Virgo and Gemini in different ways, but that's their controlling planet. And then some just have one. Mars is just Aries. The sun is just Leo. The moon is Cancer. I'm trying to think what Scorpio. I don't remember Scorpios off the top of my head.
Well, what is it? Why, in my experience, I've had a certain static, like a static energy of like with Scorpio and Sagittarius. Like I felt like I in all the cases personally of people I've known, um, I felt this wariness. Like I feel wary when I'm around. Like something about all the Scorpios I've met, and over 10. I mean, that I've gotten to know, even though we became friends, I never really trusted that. I always felt like a distant, like not to get too conversational with them because
mm,
I didn't. Our energies kind of clashed, even though we were, in a band together.
Well,
Uh,
the Scorpio Gemini
yeah.
relationship can be a complicated one
Ah.
because Scorpios are a water sign. They are more emotional. They are more gullible usually.
Huh.
They're less savvy. And if you have a Gemini that isn't going to kind of oversee them in a
Uh,
protective way, because
uh-huh.
that's what Scorpios really need. They need people that surround them to guide them in a good direction.
I never
So they
heard
look,
that. Okay.
yeah, they do because they can kind of fly off course. Also,
Yeah.
they can be a little bit. They call it the Scorpio because they have the stinger, so they can.
Yeah.
If you get on their bad side, they can definitely sting you,
Yeah.
and a Gemini ego can't take that
Right.
because you would never be able to feel close enough to someone that could hurt you in
Yeah.
that way.
Right.
Whereas other signs would just brush it off. You're a Gemini, you wouldn't be able to just brush that off. That would be a trust issue. That would
Right.
be, can I trust them with my emotions?
Hmm.
If they're willing to hurt me and sting me in
Yeah.
that way, you won't be able to be vulnerable with them. So, and then you
Yeah.
have other Geminis where it is more, they can brush it off because it's in their chart that they don't give a shit. So it all depends on the chart. But as far as Sagittarius, the reason why you have an issue with Sagittarius because everything you lack, they have, and everything they lack, you have. That's your zodiac twin.
Huh.
So all your weaknesses are their strengths,
My
and all their weaknesses are your strengths.
my moon sign is Sagittarius. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a
I would
moon
have to
sign
look at
is.
your chart.
Yeah.
Well, it's where your moon is positioned. So your moon in Sagittarius, but I'd have to see what house it's in and stuff
Okay.
like that. I'd have to actually look at your chart to tell you specifics.
Right.
Hold on a
I'll
second.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So Steve, if you want a private reading sometime, because I don't want to go into that on a live stream, but if you want a private reading sometime, not like you don't see me around places, creeks, your stream, peanuts. Let me know. We'll schedule something if you would like. Sound good? Sound good. Hey, Blue. How are you? Hey, guys, just to let you know, I'm not going to be on too much longer. It is 5:30 in the morning, even though I'm still hyped up on coffee. See, I was hanging with Peanut, Steve, and
Right.
Creek, and Steve-O. Hold on a second, prelim. And those guys earlier. And instead of drinking, like I have been with them, I was drinking coffee. So I'm all hyped up on coffee right now. All right, cool, Steve. Let me know. You know where, like I said, you know where to find me. I'm usually hanging with you. um, but yeah, we can schedule something.
All right.
Hold on.
Check. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to when you're doing more of a regular show. If this is kind of an impromptu,
I was just
because
hyped up on coffee and felt like going on, and that's all
yeah.
this was.
Right.
I do want to say we do have some people that are in our community that could really use some prayers. There's 3. I do not want to give names because I do not they don't need their circumstances told on a live stream. But please just pray for people in the community that everybody's doing okay, handling life okay, and that their situation gets more hopeful and better because we have 3 that are kind of hurting right now, and that need uplifting words of encouragement. And hopefully they will come and chat sometime. And but for right now, they kind of are hanging back, and I definitely understand that. Steve, I'm not going to be able to see your Gmail. Just we'll set up something. We'll set up something on a backstage thing. But yeah, just give prayers out to those people, because basically just say anybody that's hurting, give them a prayer. And be mindful of what you say to people. I've done, my relationship video on that. You do affect people in a positive or negative way. Be mindful, be kind. And if you can't be kind, walk away. Some things you don't have to fight to be right. You can be right in your own head and walk away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just be mindful. You don't know what other people are going through. I'm about ready to shut down the stream, Prelim. I do want to thank you for...
Oh, thanks for having me. Thanks for putting up with my rant.
I'm used to it. I've known you for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. No, I understand having questions.
Wait, you are Crystal, correct?
What?
No, you're not. Are you Crystal?
No. Nope.
Oh, you're not. I'm thinking of someone else. Okay.
I'm just Chris. I have gone by as Chris for most of my YouTube thing. I changed it probably a couple of years ago to Golden Sai. But yeah, you would know me from the 444 as Chris.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember a Chris, but
yeah, and it was Girl Chris and J Chris. Girl Chris and Boy Chris. So, and that's usually how Curse Zero used to keep us straight. When I'd be like, "Hey," when I type "Hey," and then he'd say Chris, and he'd be like, "Are you Boy Chris or Girl Chris?" So,
because you're a couple, right? Or
no.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought it was
Chris
two people.
No, Jay Chris is married to Sarah, and I'm married to my husband. There's no relation between the two of us. We just have similar names. And met each other on the live stream a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago. But it's funny because he is married to, I think, a Libra. So that would be the only coincidence.
Great. Well, thanks. I appreciate your show and appreciate you and your knowledge of astrology. And it's still an interesting subject. I struggle with spiritual outlook, and I think that is kind of my moodiness. Is what I think one day isn't exactly the same the next day, and that's something that has always oscillated for me, not intentionally. But my view doesn't always stay the same, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's just what I've always had a kind of duality within, if that makes sense.
Right. It could be. I'd have to look at your birth chart to really know. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can schedule. I'm kind of behind on birth charts, and there's some that I have to prioritize. So, but because they need information, or I know they need information, so I prioritize some over others. but
Mhm.
typically I try to get to them pretty quickly. Um,
Okay.
so what I can
Well,
do is what I'll do now. Hold on a second.
sure.
All right. For those who don't have it, I don't think that came out right. Nope, it didn't. Why did no that why it's weird. All right, so let me try again. Blue Jay, I will answer your questions. Just give me a few minutes. Before I end the stream, I will answer for you. So my email's in the chat,
Yeah, I just saw that. Okay.
and you can just email me and just provide. I can call you, but you can't have. So I have to call you. If I call you restricted, or I
Uh-huh.
can set up a StreamYard that's private and not live, and we can chat through that too. So I can
Okay.
do either or. Um, but you can schedule something with me and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
definitely, like, if you
good
send me
night.
information, if you send me your information,
And-
I'll do your chart first, then we'll schedule something. But like I
Okay,
said,
and
I'm backed up. It's people have to
oh yeah,
understand when it comes to astrology, it
yeah,
is right by Valentine's Day,
yeah.
and people want to know love situations or
Mhm.
want information with love situations.
All righty. Well,
All right.
everyone, sleep good and happy dreams and stay warm. And I hope you find a generator. And
I think I've given up on the generator. Just hope I don't
oh,
lose power.
yeah,
Just pray I don't
yeah,
lose power.
yeah. Okay. Good night and
Good night, prelim.
be well. Blessings and joy. Okay, night.
Good night. All right, let's see. I think you asked what, I'm not quite sure. Let me look. Um, I'm not quite sure what you were asking, Blue Jay. If you're still on, let me know. Okay, you said, what are we here for if not for relationships? Yes, yes, that's what we are here for. We're here to help each other. Um, we are here to guide each other and to support each other. Make life a little easier because life gets lifing. You hear that a lot in a lot of my streams. I say that life gets lifing, life gets busy, life is life. But we are human, and that's important. And it's important to help each other, laugh with each other, joke around with each other, support each other, and be there. And if there's any more questions, I'll give you a couple minutes to type it in chat and be happy to answer any astrology questions. My email is in the chat. You can look it up and want a birth chart reading. I'm usually game for it. Just ask. All right, if there's no more questions in chat, I will be doing a love astrology reading coming up soon within the next week where we will see, I'll do all 12 zodiac signs. I'll answer questions. Whatever you guys need. Whatever questions you guys need answered that I can answer, I will answer it. And we will do a whole session on that. Sorry, I was reading chat. We are a nice community. If you are new to my channel, I am a psychic. I am an astrologer. I am above all Christian. And I try to help people and give a place where you can laugh, joke around, talk about whatever you want. I tend to leave politics at the door in this channel, but can probably supply you with a channel to watch for politics and stuff. We're just here to be here and help each other. And remember, you can always agree to disagree. Everybody be safe out there with this storm. I hope nobody loses their power. Stay safe inside where you're at. And prayers are with you. Everybody have a good night. I'm signing off. But you know what? I do most definitely got to play. I don't have an outro. I don't have an intro, but we do have rock on. Have a good night, guys. See you later. Bye.